QR codes on iPad are an excellent way to give pupils quick access to files, websites, and more. Scanning QR codes on iPad can be done either using the camera or using something called Code Scanner, which is a little quicker and more efficient. If I go to Settings and then underneath General, I have the option for Control Center. Look through my options, tap the green button next to Code Scanner if it's not already there, and then I can readjust the position in Control Center using the handles. Control Center is obviously found by swiping down at the camera icon, and you can see Control Center is just underneath the flash and record icon. When I open that up, it enables the Code Scanner app, and then as I position wherever the QR code is, sometimes I have to pull back a little bit, you can see that it opens. In this case, it's a website. Now, as I say, you can do this using camera, but when you do it using the camera app, there is just a subtle difference. So if I open the camera, and you can see what it does here is it recognizes it's a QR code, but it asks me first whether I want to open it, whereas Code Scanner does it automatically. It automatically opens whether it's the file or the website. So there are a couple of options there. You can even find Code Scanner by swiping down on the home screen and bringing up Spotlight Search. So I'm sure you're already using QR codes, but that's just a way that you can be a little quicker using them on iPad. Generating them on iPad can be done using the Shortcuts app. Now, if your local authority gives you access to that, Shortcuts is down at my dock at the bottom here, and it allows you to create the QR code without necessarily having to go to a third-party website. You can do it all on device. So when I go to Shortcuts, tap on Gallery, there's an option for Starter Shortcuts. These are a number of quick ones that you can use to get started with, and one of the last ones is Make a QR Code. When you tap that plus button, it adds it to your All Shortcuts menu. You can see it's the very first one I have there, and it's a quick way that I can generate QR codes even from something like OneDrive. So I'm in OneDrive here. I have a file that I'm wanting to share with pupils. It's maybe an example animation that I want them to use in Keynote. I can change the setting that only people in Glow Scotland. I'm sure you've done this several times, but the difference here is I'm going to use Shortcuts to generate the QR code. You can see I can send a message, open a website. There's lots I can do. My option is I just want to add open a website, a URL. So if I take out the default one, apple.com, paste in the OneDrive, tap done, it generates the QR code. Now I've got the option here, I can tap my share icon and I can airdrop it, I can put it in Teams, I can copy it, I can save it into images for use later. Now it means I can put this into an iWork file, I can put it into Keynote, I can put it into a presentation, I can have it on the screen. So if you're doing a CLPL session where you want people to access a file, an example file that you have, you can just put the QR code up. If you have a form that's maybe for preferences or for choices within a class, maybe even some different ways that you want to do and get different files, you can do so. So we're trying to move away from having those long files. I know we can do short URLs and things of that nature, but doing it all on device. Anything that you can do out of the box, anything that you can do without using a third-party service means that pupils get access to the work, sharing their work. This is a great skill for pupils to learn, so that if they're putting a QR code into work that they've created, it can be quickly shared with others, including you as the teacher. Thanks for watching. See you next time.